Today we're looking at the solar eclipse, which is 20 degrees of Leo, and it is on the 12th of August 2026. So what's important is to know where 20 degrees of Leo is in your birth chart. If you know where that is, then you know that that's the area that's been highlighted for a while. It's been highlighted, and now it's going to come to this culmination where eventually we can see where this new beginning or what new surprise has arrived thanks to the solar eclipse. So eclipses are one of the most significant and one of the most powerful celestial events that we ever experience. They mark turning points. They accelerate change. They move us from one chapter of our life to another chapter of our life, and they sometimes do it gently. Most of the times it's quite abrupt, it's quite sudden, and it's quite unexpected. It's like the universe putting us exactly where we need to be, even if we don't fully understand it at the time. It is exactly where we need to be. So this eclipse falls in the sign of Leo. Leo is all about heart. It's about creativity. It's leading. It's also about our authentic self-expression. It's about our children. Because in Chaldean order, Leo rules the 5th house of children. What we need to remember is that we're all born with a very unique light. And if ever there was a time to express it and use it to our advantage, it would be now at this Leo eclipse. And think back to what was happening in your life around 1999, if you're as old as I am, or as far back as 2018, so that you can see more or less which areas of your life was where the changes were taking place. It's kind of the same. That's usually a good clue. To me, one of the messages of this eclipse is to draw on all the wisdom that we have, everything that we've learned in the past, and responding to whatever this eclipse is bringing to us from a place of wisdom. There are a lot of aspects that I like to look at when the eclipse is happening. And these aspects also are very significant, and they make a lot more sense when you know which houses I'm talking about in your chart. So the first beautiful aspect is our Venus and Mercury. Venus is in Libra, Mercury is in Leo. So this is the kind of lovely combinations. It's a beautiful aspect. It's surprisingly kind and comfortable when it comes to communication in a romantic way, or communication with any partners, or communication that has to do with beauty or love, because Venus rules our love and our beauty, and also possibly about money. One of the very strong patterns in the sky is the current active grand air trine, which involves Pluto, Venus, and Uranus. So remember that air signs govern communication, logic, understanding, society, in terms of humanity and social, and anything that has to do with how we communicate with other people and not just ourselves. And this is about an awakening that's been taking place for a while. It has been there it's been applying for a while, and it did kind of get exact a few months ago. We are sitting in a place where that grand air trine is still very much visible, and it is also suggesting that any changes that are taking place now, we cannot fully see them. So this is why trusting the process is so important. This is why we need to know what's in our 12th house, because that'll give us an idea of what's going to support our capacity to trust. The sun and the moon, of course, are united. They are conjunct because of the solar eclipse. And it's also in a very harmonious aspect with Pallas Athene. So Pallas Athene is reminding us to use our wisdom. It is also just as important it's just as important to be courageous with any new beginning that's coming our way. We're reminded to think and act strategically. Neptune has a very harmonious aspect with Uranus, so it's allowing inspiration and innovation to come through for us. Mercury also opposes Pluto, and what we know about oppositions is that there is endings and separations. So there's a way of the truth that is being revealed now, because Pluto is the one that's assisting with that. It's supporting the truth being revealed. Mercury is the one that brings it out and communicates it with us. We're also looking at another feature, which is Mars in Cancer, Pluto in Aquarius, and they both operating out of bounds. In other words, when planets move out of the sun's normal path, they don't behave like their normal selves. They're more intense, and they behave in very unexpected and very unpredictable ways. So again, we need to see what Mars in Cancer is and Pluto is in Aquarius in your house, in your chart. We'll know where that's taking place. Overall, I do see this as quite a beneficial movement forward, the solar eclipse. It, of course, is going to bring sudden changes, and yes, it's going to close certain doors. But every ending creates the space for something new, and that's what we need to give attention to the most. And remember that Leo always operates from the heart space. So remain open to the opportunities that are coming your way, because eclipses often disguise these massive changes as, or rather, these massive changes that take place are often our blessings that have been disguised in changes. So remember also that astrology it doesn't take away your free will. You always have your free will. What astrology does is it gives us an idea of what the cycles are, what the patterns are, and which areas in our life we're looking at these changes and transformations that need to take place. It's most important to know your birth chart. You've got to know your natal chart, your progressed moon chart. Book a session with me so you can have a more personal reading. May this solar eclipse give you the confidence to walk beautifully and courageously into your new beginning. Thank you for watching All Things Moons and Stars, and I will see you next time, and we were going to be talking about the lunar eclipse that's coming up on the 28th of August. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.